Good morning, guys. I'm looking at Cron here. CRON. Here's the 1 minute. It has nice volume, and it did ramp up. I was a little bit late to enter, so I'm just watching it because on the daily here, it looks like it wouldn't mind going up to near 9. And it's already pretty strong, and you can see the volume's been ramping every day. The volume's pretty strong, but it has room to come back, I think. Let's see. Looking at the fives. True on fives will be 70. Hey, Lindsay. Morning, Pablo. So let's see what happens. Um, yeah, I'm entering. Show you the level 2 here. Yep, I'm in. I'm in small right now. In cron, um, $8.71. Okay, this could be a scalp because of what I said on how it could approach 9. So this may not even be. I was touching the 5 minute 90 MA. I don't want to stay in it too long because I'm not sure if it's going to want to go to 9. But you can see how it's been like trending. Every time it touches the band on the VWAP, it wants to come down a bit. It's just a possibility. I don't really follow the VWAP that much, but that's what it looks like it does. Hey, morning, Reese. So I'm in on this one right about at 71 right here. I'm going to be a little bit tight on this one. Psychologically, because of yesterday, I did trade one more time. If you guys saw the stream, I was down 700-ish because of this one trade that actually went down later, or it went up later, and I caught it again. So I was down like 300 something. So overall for this week, I'm still green, but not as green as I would like to be. So I'm going to play a little bit tighter today. Other than that, Cron looks good. Let me show you again. Here's the daily. This is what I'm worried about, that it could, right here, it could approach 9-ish. On the 15s, it looks good. Great thing about these stocks under $10 is, there's good money to be made in it. Based on the amount of shares you can put in, of course. But it looks like I may have gotten in a little late. We'll see. So we have an idea. It's around the 8:30ish on the VWAP. Put in the only study that I like to keep in is usually the moving average, exponential. So I can look at the 5-minute moving average just to keep things in perspective. And so this is the blue line right here is a 9-minute, the 5-minute, the 9-minute moving exponential EMA, the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. There you go. And ABMD is looking pretty good. Oh, I didn't announce that one. But I was watching right here, according to Trade Ideas, ABMD. So whenever it's doing action like this, I'm looking at the level 2 here, and try now see how the bid is higher. Cumulatively, there's more numbers on this side. There's a higher number on this side, so relatively speaking, it wants to go up. But then there's always time to sales that actually happens. So this is the rumor, and then the time to sales actually happens. That's how I see it. Sometimes when you look at the level 2, you can almost be certain that it's going to go. You can predict that it's going to go a certain way. Right now, it looks like it's going to go up a little bit more, and then when this phase, it'll look like it'll go down a little bit more, but it's still a little bit stronger on the bid side, and then every now and then it looks like it's stronger on the ask. It's hard to read for a lot of beginners, but sometimes you're certain because like on one side there'll be like large numbers, lots of large numbers, and that's when you kind of have to, you can kind of tell which way it's going to go. Hey, good morning, Mr. Shinawas. Today's going to be a sad day for me. I'm done with my client, Jules. I don't like her name. I don't know how they come up with these names. I think her name's Bonnie because she came from a drug house. So she's kind of like a criminal. But yeah, her story is really interesting. She's from Canada. She's a pit bull, and she was confiscated from a drug house. And she came to me because allegedly she bit a jogger after she was adopted. And yeah, I'm done with her now after 1 week. She's doing really well. You'll see a little short montage video on my Facebook if you're on it. Hey, morning, Samir. Is it morning still? But, you know, what's going on? So let's try to touch the top again. If it goes over, then I'm going to take out half. I'm shorting, by the way. So I am, I am, I am in the red right now, but it's okay. I have a little crooked line showing where I'm at 871 right here. Let me redraw it. Right there. I'm not quite worried just yet, just because it still looks okay. And based on the study, the view, I might as well just keep it on there as I keep, it takes forever just to get there. Right here. It has some room to go down. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And I can't stay in this trade as long as I did last time because I got this dog I have to worry about. The owner, well, not the owner, but the shelter people may be coming to pick her up anytime. And it gets really sad, you know. I get kind of emotional. That's why I always limit my work with these dogs a week at a time. So as I'm rooting for it to go down, I'm hoping that these numbers on the bid get broken down, and it's kind of working. It's right here, the 42, heavier on the. I continually see it heavier on the ask. Yeah, it wasn't enough, so it popped up a little bit. Many dogs are better than humans. Yeah, I agree. Humans and dogs are always interpreted incorrectly, so to speak. Every bad guy and a bad dog has a story to tell, I think. But since dogs have, since we as humans created dogs to help us, we basically created this type of animal. So we're responsible. I feel. Now it's not like it's our fault that there's a well there. Well, I mean, personally, it's not my fault, but it's not our fault. But we're responsible for for their livelihoods. So, and especially pit bulls, because you know the name pit bull in itself says a lot. You know, we created a dog for the history is just so sketchy. Some people say they were nanny dogs, and then some other people say they're bred to fight. Maybe it's both. Maybe they're bred to protect the children, and they fight really well. But that's what I see in this dog. This dog most likely allegedly bit that person that was jogging because it looked like a threat running right at them. I mean, if you see somebody that's bigger than you running towards you and you're not experienced enough, a lot of times you're you're better off fighting them off or running away. But since she's a pit bull, she feels like she needs to confront that threat. It's totally normal in my opinion, until you realize that there's such a thing as a person that likes to jog and run right past you all the time. You know? Oh no. Here you go. It's a Dr. Pepper 10 calories. It takes a while to get used to. No beer. Haven't drank alcohol in maybe ugh, over 10 years. Last time I drank alcohol was on my wedding. It's only because I was forced. I say alcohol like it's a drug, but I think I prefer weed, honestly. I haven't had that in a long time either. So you see how it's like coming down a bit? It's still trying to go up and it's coming down. That's a really good sign. But I'm not gonna push my luck. If it comes down to like past 864, then I'm going to get out. Just waiting for that one dip that forces it to come back up, and then I'm out. So guys, when you're paper trading, try to be honest with yourself. Don't say you got in on 882 because that's not possible. Always try to get in on the trigger. So always put that in your calculations, okay? What's going on, OJ? Yeah, it's going down from here. I'm I'm just watching the level two. I'm probably gonna get out real soon, real soon. I'm not. I mean, getting down to 829. I'm gonna take out half right here, right here. Like I'm out half at 860. Just gonna watch it from here. Just keep an eye out on the bid because the 856 it has 75. Now it's breaking down still. Oh yeah, lower highs. Hmm. OJ, thanks for sending me the calculator. I just kind of woke up and saw this, so I didn't have a chance to play with it, but I definitely am. OJ sent me a position size calculator. Basically, it's my chart in a form of Excel. This chart right here that I'm always looking at. Um, I'm still old school, but that chart is really going to help out a lot of people that need to figure out their chart, and that's awesome. Watching level two here. It's going down pretty fast. This is the 5 minute chart, by the way. So this is what it looks like right here. And it looks really good on the ones down here. But I tell you what, I'm pretty heavy on this So I'm gonna be out a quarter here. At 8:56. So I only have a quarter left. And that one is going to, I'm going to put the stop at the 8 of the quarter at probably 873 is going to be my stop. So this thing won't go red on me. I'm trading live. I have family and friends trading paper trading at the moment. Yeah, this is all. Everything I'm doing is actual trading. I mean, why would I? Honestly, that would suck if I was just paper trading this and not doing what I'm doing. If I really know it's working, then why would I be paper trading? That would suck. Just to watch some money that I didn't acquire, right? Okay, I'm gonna be out right here at 860, 863. Now last quarter of Cron at 863. Not that it may just come back down. It probably faked me out. So this is when I would, personally, if you guys weren't watching, I would just change the screen, change the chart, so I never look at it again. Because the market's always going to make you, regardless if it's a green trade, it's going to make you feel like a loser. At least for me, because apparently I'm really bad at getting out. Right, guys. Um, YouTube has a 20-second lag according to Turf. So what I do is I type everything out as fast as I can on the Discord under Newbie Trading. Jay Newbie is an awesome trader. He's doing his thing right now as well, and I just haven't had a chance to look at his stuff. Usually I'm following him, but I just got in a little late, so I go straight to my trade ideas and I'm looking at my own stuff. But we're doing the same thing most of the time. We're both doing counter trading, and he was an NKTR. Looks like he didn't go that well with him, but he's still 90 percentile. Uh, and yeah, you guys should catch in on that one. It's called Newbie Trading. Uh, you just type in newbietrading.com, and then right here you have a join the free chat room, and just click on it. He's not charging yet, so you might as well get in on it while you can. Let me just just gonna paste it. There you go. I'm gonna put it there for you. If you guys not are on the Discord yet, um, it doesn't hurt. I mean, personally, I'm I'm almost favoring the fact that Discord is can be used on your phone really well. That way you can save a screen if you don't have as many monitors as I do. Just have him on your Discord, and then you can just take a look at him if you're working on and off, see what's going on. Excuse me. Hey, 1 second. So cron was the great thing about cron, guys, is that because it's only $8, and if you use the calculator that OJ sent you, and that's really beneficial. But this one, let me just recap for you guys that just got on. So I was in cron, and with cron, it was having really strong dailies here. And if I zoom out a little bit, I can draw a trend line up at here around 870, but I was a little bit worried about up here in the 9s. You can see how it touches these candles up here, but also touches these candles down here, and it passed it up. Like right here, see that? See how it is resting right now at this level? So I knew it was kind of overextended, especially that it showed up on my trade ideas. On the 15s, I see it moving. I like to bunch it together so then I can see it more of a, you know, further away. I like thin candles. I don't know about you guys, but you can see how it kind of just flew up this way. And all in all, on the 1 minute chart, the amount of volume here, they're all really high. So I like how a lot of people are still watching it, especially at this time during lunchtime. So it went up, and this is the VWAP right here. So this is a study that I would use, and I see how every time it touches it, it goes down. See that? It touches the band and it goes down. So it touched the band again and it went down. So that's just added conviction for me to want to trade this one. So I kind of got in a little bit late when I was trying to get on the live stream, but it was still a good entry. If I put it in 2s, a good entry would have been here at 878. But then I got in on what did I get on 871 down here, and that's most likely because I saw it at 873 here, because you know the bid and ask, you're always going to be down a little bit. So it went against me, but I knew it would go down some more, and OJ is probably right. It probably may actually go a little bit further, but I was in pretty heavy. in about 16,000 shares. So if you do the math, I'm kind of right there just from honestly, I don't like to show you how much I'm making for multiple reasons, for family and especially my wife. I don't want her to see what I'm doing, but even though it looks like it's 11 cents, 11 cents of 8,000 is a lot. Let's put it that way. And then I'm taking a quarter out and a quarter out. We're talking about something, let's just say it's over 1K just for this small move. And that's the beauty of a small, a stock that's under $10. A stock that's under $10 with that much volume isn't a scam, right? It's not going to be so volatile that's going to do something wrong. This is kind of more predictable, and a lot more predictable than something like the AM. Back here in the scanner, I was interested in ABMD. ABMD made this really nice move here, but if you look at the volume, this number down here, if you look at the volume, it's in the 6,000s, 2,000s, and it costs a lot of money in the 170s. So yeah, size really matters. Yeah, really good point, Samir. Size really does matter. So beginners will always say, well, we'll think about, well, if it costs $170 a share, you could make a lot of money. No, not necessarily. It depends on the range and the cost. So this one is a really good example. Prawn was a really good example of how you could take something that's really this small, and there are some people that scalp 2 cents at a time, and you think you could have made a lot more, but that dude probably could have made like $5,000 because he has a really large account, and 2 cents is a lot of pain, you know. So I was only looking for that 10-cent move based on the size of my shares, and especially based on the risk factor, right? If I was in at 871 and the high is 882, if it went against me, that's a lot of money, right? So you really have to understand where to exit in your pain threshold, because when it went against me a few cents, what is that? Let me just use the calculator here. If it went against me 2 cents, that's $300, right? So why would I hold it when it went up? Well, because the amount of volume is convincing to me that it will go down. And of course, right now there probably is a little bit of relief, a little bit of like adrenaline, because this was a large trade for me. So then I psychologically and physically, I have to just rest a bit, because just my mental state isn't quite where it's supposed to be based on this trade, and based on the fact that I gotta let this dog go. But that's pretty much it, and that's why if you're in that big, you want to scale out, and then like OJ said, it probably will fade. Oh, thanks, OJ. Yeah, this is probably the biggest win the past 2 weeks, because I'm confident in my machine. I got my backups ready. I got two internets running, in case one fails. I'm just secure. I feel very secure now, and my computer's not failing or acting like a dinosaur. So I can kind of attack these trades a little bit harder than I want to. Rich asks, what are your trade parameters for your trade? Oh man, Rich, it's been a while since I've gone into my parameters because I'm kind of really fixed. I really hope the market doesn't change or things don't change too much because I can't remember the parameters honestly. It's been so long that these scanners been fixed like this for over a decade now, and they still work for me. But if you are interested in the Trade Ideas scanner, I think the easiest way is just to get on the link that I sent you for newbie trading. Get on his Discord chat room, and then I'm probably there. If I'm not, just send me a message, and I'll give you I'll send you the file. I'm not in it for the money. I'll send you the file for the trade ideas if you have trade ideas. If you don't have trade ideas, um, maybe look at one of my look under in the description of my YouTube, and one of those videos will have a link, my affiliates link, where you get 15% off. Also, Turf mentioned that they give you a free trial. Trade Ideas does if you want to try it out. But I don't know if you really have to. I mean, I'm giving you right here. You can see everything right here. So all of these, I mean, I can show you right now. Well, before I do that, yeah, there's the 2 week trial, and you can try that out, and then I'll send you the link to my scanner, see if it works for you. But like I said, it's right here if you want to try it out and see if it works. I mean, if this right here is all really set, three of these are set mainly for counters, and that's really all I really look at. But you can tell, here's CGC. It called it right here at 12:33, right here. Okay, it called it a little bit early. It lets you watch something that looks good. It went up and it went back down. So even if you scaled in, you would probably make a profit off of it. It's hardly ever wrong. What's wrong is our entries. APPN, here's another one that called it at 12:14 right here, and it kind of didn't, did it? So 12:14 right here, yeah, it did right here. This, oh, that's actually a 6 minute move. I'm looking at a 2 minute chart. But at 12:14 right here, it went down. So it's up to you to decide how to enter and exit. Trade Ideas is rarely ever wrong underneath my scanner parameters. Is how we trade it. All right, I'll see you, OJ. Take care, man. Thanks for the calculator. So I may have mentioned this before, but I'm pretty versed with. I know quite a bit of these scanners. I've done TC2000, which I think is really good for swing trading and other kinds of trading. I've used the Lightspeed scanners, or not really scanners, but and also this right here, Thinkorswim. And Thinkorswim is really powerful. It's so confusing. Um, there's too much stuff going on with this one. But the two things that I need in order to trade well is my trade ideas and Thinkorswim, because with Thinkorswim, I really like Charlie and Benzinga. Benzinga alone costs $100 for audio a month if you subscribe with Benzinga. With Trade Ideas, if you open up an account, if you spend like a good 30 minutes filling out all those forms just to get an account under Thinkorswim, you can put in, some people, I know someone who has $25 or less in there. I have $50. I didn't know there was a maximum or a minimum. So I put $50 in here. I don't even use this to trade because, you know, the commissions and all. But it has its own Benzinga. So I don't have to pay for a monthly fee anymore. So it's pretty awesome that way. So that's just one really good reason. So if you ever hear this guy talking and this girl yelling out letters, then you know what's going on. Benzinga, I mean, whenever I'm trading, I know more about the news than anybody I know because you know the news really matters when it comes to trades. Jose Chavez, I traded today and lost 260, biggest loss so far. Hey, that's not bad. At least you limited your loss. Think of it that way. So up here on my trade ideas, I have new highs and new lows, and you can tell that right now it's a little bit bearish. You can check on the SPY right here. Here it goes. The VWAP is always interesting to see, you know. Something happens. Something big happens every time it touches the VWAP. It touches and it climbs up, touches, climbs up, or shoots right through. You know, it's on the lower band of the VWAP. So TDOC. This is kind of interesting because it's outside of the VWAP. TDOC. Oh, yeah. Jeremy Newby even called it like 3 minutes ago. I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes it's good to be in a chat room. Personally, I think the best chat rooms are the ones with the least amount of clutter. So if you're in a chat room that has like, I don't know, 300 people, it gets really messy. There's so many different calls. If you're new, personally, I would suggest finding a chat room that is not too big. And then if you're experienced, you may end up being like me, where I don't want any clutter at all, hardly. But I do like Jeremy Newby's because, well, he's my friend, and we we have almost the exact same strategy. He likes to swing sometimes, so if you guys are working, you can follow him on some of his swings. This is interesting. TDOC is outside the band. I don't see any news. But there was what was it yesterday? There was a price target to 101, according to the news right here.
Into stock purchase agreement with JFC Travel Group for purchase of up to 100% of the outstanding capital stock of JFC. That's TZOO.
Okay, well here's a little bit of good reason. It's a retracement of two really good days. I've been trying to hit that 101. So it's right now nearing the 50 percentile of this entire move. Here are those 4 exponential candles. And the volume is nice. We have some nice volume back there. And it's outside the band. So these are all reasons why you would want to trade it. There's quite a bit of a spread, 13-cent spread. And right now there's 13-cent spread, and it's 19 cents from the low. So put that in your calculator or in your head and go from there. It's a lot cleaner in the 5-minute chart if you look at it this way. Look at that. So a very clean entry would be at the 5s. And you definitely don't want to put a stop at the very low. Well, you could if you're trading small. But just to break back into the band would be interesting. See, this is why I like to bunch up the candles, because then you can see, you can see the pattern better. This one looks good. Now, just to double check, you gotta ask yourself, why should you not trade it? And I can't see a reason why. I mean, it could come up to here. This candle right here is low. So 94.34. So there's 80 cents there.
TSLA Tesla Electric tweeting now. Tesla owners are unintentionally buying expensive software upgrades, not getting refunds. Elon Musk says will address that. That's TSLA.
So it's about to trigger on the 5s. That's lingo for it's going to pass up the previous 5-minute candle. And a trigger would be anything past this high, 93.57. Samir asks, how long did you teach Jay Newby before you became profitable consistency? I'm not sure. You can ask him, but honestly, I didn't really teach him. He just kind of adopted a few things I'd done. He's already been trading before me. Yeah, he just kind of I helped him, maybe. I like to think I helped him, but I didn't teach him. He does his own thing, honestly, I think. But I do hear sometimes I do hear him recite some things that I say, which is kind of cool. I appreciate that. That's a compliment for sure. Okay, it's about to trigger the 5s here, if you're interested. But there's a 10-cent spread, 9 cents. There it goes. It's triggered now. So if you're paper trading, write it in that you're in at 93.66 possibly.
China Global Times says China may buy Boeing aircraft in 2020, mostly 777 or 787 models, as grounding of 737 MAX continues over safety reasons. That's from an analyst reported by China Global Times.
So according to the VWAP, that entry that I just mentioned is a little early because it hasn't passed this. According to this study, of course, it looks like it's a little early. So you got to play it tight because we're still underneath it. But there's our catalyst, right? Passing the 5-minute and then passing this area here, which is 93.61. I'm personally not trading it because I'm still taking a breather. But just this is how you get good at trading. You just really pinpoint your entries for a reason. Find your reasons, pinpoint your entry, and then write it down and see how much profit you could have made. Here it is. It's past the bar now and it's moving. And see how a lot of ways trading is not a gamble. JNewbie's long right now. Right now it's still not too late to enter. In fact, I may enter as well. But I feel like I'm a little late because I called it right. But 93.63, which was 93.50 something, and it's already 20 cents away. So if I want to, I'll just put in a few. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. Remember, this is going to be really small for me. I'm in just like a quarter of my size right now. It's like 250 shares, kinda. So let's see what happens here. I got in at 93.71. It's up 10 cents, but you know these things get rocky because of the spread. So you got to be prepared to not get weaseled out. So now the question is, are you willing to add? And if you do, where is the trend line where you would know it's actually going to go? So we got to go back to the daily here. Take a look. And again, it could come back up to this area. This candle's low would be a nice stopping point. 94.34.
Senior Trump administration official that will last longer than 2 weeks.
Which is basically right here. This previous low, 94.50s. So let's aim for 94.34. Again, I apologize if I'm like getting all dizzy, me switching back and forth. But that's how I look at charts. I just keep switching around different time frames. I start with the daily to double check, and then 15s is where I like to. If it's moving slow enough, I like to see where the 15 trigger would be, which is up here. So this is another good area. So 94.5 is stacked with reasons for exits or our target. J-Man Jeremy says he took 300 shares. So, you know, he's a little bit heavier than I am, just by 50 shares ish. Honestly, I actually typed in 254. I don't know where that 4 came from. Fat fingers. See how the volume has died off here? People don't really know what's going to happen. So as usual, guys, whenever you're looking at a trade that's moving slowly, you can anticipate it being moved by the wind, the SPY. So a SPY is going green at that moment. You want to see what your stock is doing at that moment as well. See if there's a resistance or not. Waiting for a little bit extra volume in this thing. It's just 400. Printing a little red there, but so is SPY, so it's okay. Now SPY is going up. Let's see if this one goes back up.
Majority of the U.S. House votes to send Trump impeachment charges to the Senate and approve 7 House Democrats to prosecute the case.
Prosecute the case. Let's see. So let me just draw a line here while I'm waiting. I'm in at, I got in at 93.71. Gotta break over this area here. I really like how SPY is printing red a bit, and this is holding.
Fed's Cash Gary says outlook is modest growth, recession odds have waned, Fed rate cuts have curbed U.S. recession risks.
That's nice. Break over 94. And maybe pump it a little bit. Let's see, where's my stopping point? There are a few of them. Look again. In the daily, this low is 94.34. That's one number. So 94.34. In the 15s, it looks like it could be here. This looks really good in this area. 94.50s. What is this one? 94.34, 94.50. So somewhere around there, between 94.35 and 94.50 is a good point. But honestly, I'm just looking at the action as it's going, because SPY just tanked, or not tanked, but SPY didn't like the news right now, and now it's going against us. So you see this red candle here, and then take a look at what happens with the SPY right here, right here. And it's just exactly when Benzinga and Charlie was talking about impeachment and all that stuff. And you see that spike in volume down, and it's going to come back up because people are fickle. Which, so yeah, ideally, I just call it here, right there. It could come up to here. That's like 50% of the VWAP. Well, that's not too much to ask for, right? Or
says the China trade agreement is more than $200 billion.
then again, Lindsay, you may be asking where I would stop out at, right? If I was red, and I won't. If it goes underneath my 93.71 at the market price, then I'm out. I don't want this one going against me. And Jeremy Newby added 100 at 93.96. That's not, yeah, that would have been a good place to enter it. Because for that break over the 94, it just got a little bit sidetracked because of the SPY. But SPY is recovering now. I just can't be bothered, honestly, because I don't know when this shelter lady's going to come. Oh, actually, she's coming very soon. She left an hour ago. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end this right now. But basically, guys, this is where I'm at. I entered somewhere in the 93.60s, but based on the bid, it was 93.71, and I'm anticipating it to go at least to 94.32 as it approaches the VWAP. I'm in small, and if it comes back past 93.71, then know that I'm out, and I'm probably just down a little bit. So that's no big deal. I'm definitely green for today regardless. And yeah, guys, be sure to get on the Newbie Trading Discord app. I think I put, yeah, I did. I put the link in, and I'll have a link in the description as well. That way you can PM me messages, or you want to see, I definitely need to see Jeremy Newby's trades, because he's very particular. He tells you exactly how many shares he does. He doesn't care about that. And I mean, not like I do. And he does really well, guys. He's at 90 percentile for sure. So yeah, I'll leave it